love Ragtime. It's one of my favorite shows. Terrence is a genius, and I love Lynn and Steve. I worked on Susical with them, and they're brilliant.
It's a little odd to be. Aren't we supposed to be dead before they revive our show?
It hasn't been that long.
No, it hasn't.
I loved the original production. And Marcia Dodge is a new friend and collaborator with me, and I've read everything that she's done with the piece, and I'm so excited to see it.
It is a wonderful evening because it's good history, it's good politics and economics, put into an entertaining frame.
In this revival, Nancy Pelosi, who's actually in the show, in the second act, she comes from 2009 in a time machine to the 1920s to rally all 48 states for universal health care. It's amazing. And so what happens is there's no death in this version because everybody's inoculated. It's really terrific.
This is sort of one of my favorite modern shows, and I'm an incredible fan of Ahrens and Flaherty. This is one of my most anticipated openings. There's nothing I don't like about this show.
Justice be demanded by 10 million righteous men. Make them hear you. When they hear you, I'll be near you again.
This is such a dream come true to have a role this good in a show this good. Any actor would kill for this, and I'm the lucky guy who got there, so I'm really happy.
It's been such an incredible journey so far, but for me, what resonated so much was getting to stand with Marcia and Dr. O and Ahrens and Flaherty and Terrence McNally all across the front with Q and I on either side, like little bookends, and with this incredible company and beautiful set. And I mean, yeah, I sort of took a little picture in my head and said, this is really cool.
A lot of this cast, they're making their Broadway debut. I believe over half of them are. I think the youngest is young Coalhouse, who I believe is 4. And the oldest is our grandfather, who's making his Broadway debut. So to have a lot of new, fresh blood is great.
Never had an experience like this. I'd like to have it again. I've got a new play going into rehearsal tomorrow, and I think, how's it going to compete with Ragtime?
It's the greatest music ever written for the Broadway stage, I believe. I could be a little biased, but but I love it. I love it. The music is epic. It's like an epic journey, you know. And it really even in the underscoring that connects between from scene to scene and song to song, it is flawless.
Stephen has written very actable songs, and Lynn has contributed very actable lyrics, and so they're passionate and complex and deep and challenging, but ultimately very satisfying.
It's all you need. You don't need a set. You don't need anything. You just need, if you just listen to it, you can just, like, you know, growing up, I was given the album, and that's all I needed, was just listening to it, and I understood the entire story.
People are responding to it, and the wonderful thing is that the audiences are very young. A lot of them are really young and really understanding the show and really feeling moved by it, so it's just a thrill.
The audiences have been insane. They have been screaming, applauding, really, really listening to the story. And that's the most important thing. The audiences are listening, and they're really, really walking along the journey with us, and they really, really have. And that is a greatest testament not only to Marcia and her direction, but the storytellers that are on stage.
This story just gives you one obstacle after another that a character has to overcome and pursue with so many different tries and attempps, and it celebrates the human spirit, and it really talks about hope.
The storytelling, the writing is done in such a way that you literally, you're never lost. You follow every single thread, and you're constantly moved and pulled in the direction of each character.
I love the book so much, and it inspired me to try to rise to the level of the novel, and I cared very much that Dr. O would like this show when it was finally performed. He did not like the film, which I never saw, but I said, I don't want him going around saying, that musical's terrible. It's a slim novel, but it's very rich and dense. Yeah, you can read it in a day, but you'll think about it for the rest of your life.
So many of the issues in this play that we're dealing with are still right there with us today. And yet the message of hope that this play has is a message of hope that I think we can all carry with us into the future.
Call the